Okay, so now my screen is visible to all, yes? So as first we have to start with a new programming language for our subject. The programming language is the Prolog. The new programming language for our subject is the Prolog. Now the Prolog word comes. Here is the two word. One is the programming. Here is the two word. One is the programming and second is the logic. So the Prolog is, you can say, combination of both programming with logic. Programming with, you can say, basically indented to logic. So the Prolog words come like this. It means first three from the programming and first three from the logic. So likewise, the word Prolog is created, or you can say the given as a language. So it is, you can say, like programming with maximum logical statement. Programming with maximum logical statement. And this kind of programming language has, you can say that scenario like that. We first define this programming language has scenario like, first we have to define some set of fact. We have to define some set of facts, or you can say some set of sentences. We have to use some set of sentences. After taking the set of sentences, we can take the, we can ask the system to take the, or you to give the some answers. Likewise, suppose you can understood that this is a system. This is a, you can say, KB, knowledge base. And in the KB, some sentences are like, first sentence is likes. First sentence is like, and in this one the word is the Arun, and Arun likes Python. Arun like Python. So in that way we are going to fit the some sentences or some fact, and after feeding the sentences we can ask for the, you can say, some questions. So suppose I can give the, you can say, syntax like this. These are the, you can say, likewise we have to fit some sentences or some syntax, and after fitting that syntaxes, or you can say knowledge, we can ask something to this you can say system, where the system is going to take the information from this KB, and after taking the information he is going to give the information. So likes, suppose I am giving the statement likes, and in the likes Arun, and the value is the Python. The value is the Python. After that, this is the dot. So the result of this one is the true. The result of this one is true. The system is getting the things from the system, you can say knowledge base. So the knowledge, in the knowledge base, this is the sentence, and this is all, you can say, in the your knowledge base. So for that sentence, it is giving the value as a true. Suppose I ask like this, likes, and here is the sentence Arun, and here is the C. So you can see in the knowledge base, and whatever the, you can say, knowledge we provided to system, the system don't have this, you can say, Arun likes C. So for such kind of things, it is going to give the result like false. It is giving the result like false. So here you can conclude that we have some sentences, or you can say we have some proposition. We have some proposition, and we can take, you can say, we can pass some sentences. For that one we can get the either true false kind of things. The basic one in the Prolog is such kind of scenario. The basic one in the Prolog is such kind of scenario. So now the first question comes into the mind, why we are going to use the Prolog, why we are going to use the this language Prolog. So the Prolog is going to be used because of first reason is whatever the things or whatever the code we have into the, you can say, file or into the your system, that is, you can say, logical sentences. That are the logical type of sentences. And for this one sentences, the readability is clear as compared to other programming language like C, C++, Java and Python. So it is saying that because of the readability, each and everyone can easily understood the things. So the Prolog is going to be used for some programming scenario or for some problem statement. Suppose I write like this one, the program in the C, the program in C. So in the program C is like hash include stdio.h, and you can say after that I wrote main, and in the main I'm doing like print kind of thing, printf. Okay, and here is the some set of lines. And the same program, or you can say the syntax is simply, suppose after this program I am getting the result is the true. So here is the some syntax that result that is going to be give the result. Here is suppose like likes x a. It means here is a one variable x and second variable is the a. So here is the one value that is x, that x likes a. Likewise, so suppose I give these two languages, or you can say these two syntax, a same one person, a person who don't have the knowledge of, you can say, some programming language, so he can easily understood this one, he can easily understand this one. So because of that, you can say that this reason the Prolog is used into the programming languages. Because of that simplicity, it is going to be used in the languages. So likewise, it's a very basic introduction, or what is the Prolog and why we are going to use, and what we have in the Prolog. This is a simple introduction. So like other programming variable, we have the operator, we have the, you can say, syntax, we have the variable, we have the some, you can say, sort of operations or some predefined or built-in functions. Likewise, we also have in the Prolog that kind of things also in the Prolog also. So this is just a simple introduction of the Prolog. So now we can see which type of platform for the Prolog. So for the Prolog, there is a openly available tool, and the tool name is the SWI Prolog, SWI. So this is the first one you can see, Swiss Prolog. This is the, you can say, for whatever we are going to see on the screen. This is the, you can see, online tool or online platform. For that one we can use for the programming, Prolog programming. So in this one you can have that one tab is the file, one tab is the edit, one tab is the example. So in the example there can be some, you can say, Prolog tutorial also. In the examples there is some Prolog tutorials also. So from that one we can learn something, or you can say you also learn something. And with the help tab we can take the help also, we can take help also. And there is a one tab, you can say edit, or you can say the something called whatever the editing we have. And there is a one thing here, you can see the file. So in the file, like we have the save, info, history, open, recent, and follow. Likewise, suppose I am going to click on this one, or whatever the thing, likewise. So this is the, you can say, some options or some tab in the this tool or this platform. So this is, we are going to use this one for the Prolog programming. We are going to use this one for the Prolog programming. This is on openly available, and there is no need to install into the system. This is openly available and there is no need to install into the system. So this is the platform where we are going to write down the Prolog program, and you can say this is the simple discussion about the Prolog. So Prolog is simply, you can say, programming logic. So combining these two things, the word Prolog comes, and the Prolog is the logical programming, and you can say that it is easier for the humans in terms of the readability, or you can say if we are giving the things to the other person, then that person can easily get that what is inside the program. So in likewise scenario, the Prolog is the benefited as compared to other programming language. So this is the just basic introduction about the Prolog. So first we can see what kind of things we can write down into this you can say Prolog. So in this one we have to create a program, and the create program, and here is the notebook. So we always going to select this program, and the program is just empty one. So whenever we are going to click that one, we are getting the, you can say, the space or the file where we can write down our syntax, we can write down our syntax. So you can see in the first line, you are seeing that your Prolog rules and facts go here. It means whatever the knowledge base we are required for the any kind of the problem, we can write down in this section. We can write down in this section. So suppose I wrote like this, the example I gave, likes, and in the likes, the name is the Arun, and the Arun like is the Python. Likewise, so you can see that this is the knowledge base, and this knowledge base we are going to use to do some activities. So in this query section, it means in the, you can say this is the at the right hand side, at the bottom side. Yes, Arun, there is also software available, the same one. You can see the Swiss Prolog is also available, the offline version. For this is also have the offline version, but I suggest that we can use the online version. There is no need to, you can say, install into our system and you can go with that one. If this is the if easily available online, then we can use that one before installing or without installing this one. And here she's saying that we can run Prolog in the command also, CMD command line also. Whenever we are going to install this, you can say Swiss Prolog. The Swiss Prolog has the command line. So in that command line, you can simply write down the syntax and you can run the things. But whatever the we have the command prompt for our system, CMD, that is not going to be, you can say, execute some syntax from the Prolog. It means for this one, you have to install platform on that we can run the Prolog kind of thing. So I guess, so suppose here we can write like likes, and in the right this is the Arun, and the Arun like is the Python. So this is the thing, and this is, you can say here, each and every fact, or you can say each and every rule is ended with the dot. Each and every sentence or each and every statement or fact is ended with the dot. So you can see that the result is true. The result is true. Likewise, we will do into the, you can say, Prolog. Suppose I pass here something that is not defined in the, you can say, this is considered as a knowledge base. The left hand side is considered as the knowledge base, where we can write down the program, where we can write down our syntax, where we are going to write down our information. And in the right hand side, we are going to pass the queries and we are getting the result. We are going to pass the queries and we are getting the result. Suppose I am going to run this one, so I am getting the value as false. I am getting the value as false. So this is a very, you can say, logical sentence, and for the logical sentence we have the value either is the true and either or false. So likewise, this is the, you can say, start of the this language Prolog. So in the start of the Prolog, or you can say in the basic discussion of the Prolog, you have any doubt? So if you want to consider, suppose last time, or you can say in our theory lecture, the chapter is going on is, or you can say the chapter the recently ended is the chapter is chapter number 4, structured knowledge representation. We just ended with the chapter called structured knowledge representation. So in that chapter, we study one kind of thing, that is the KBA. In this chapter, we studied one kind of thing, that is the KBA. KBA is what? Knowledge based agent. So you can consider this Swiss prologue just similar to this one. You can consider your Swiss prologue tool like this one. You can consider this Swiss prologue like a KBA. So in the KBA architecture, we have that scenario like we are taking the input. The KBA has the architecture like we are taking, the KBA is going to take the input, and the input comes from the environment. The input comes from environment. The input comes from the environment. And the KBA has the two component. One is the inference system, and one is the knowledge base. The KBA has the two things. So whenever we pass any query, or whenever we are taking any input, so before taking any input, we have to first feed our knowledge base. It means in the knowledge base, we have to feed our facts, our info, or you can say our data. After feeding the knowledge into the knowledge base, we can take input. So this inference system is going to take, you can say the inference engine or inference system is going to take input. After taking the input, he's search inside the knowledge base. And after searching inside the knowledge base, whatever the statement is getting from the knowledge base, on the basis of that statement, the inference system is going to give the output. Based on that one, the inference system is give output. So likewise scenario is your Swiss prologue. Likewise scenario is your this you can say term. Here is the knowledge base. In this knowledge base, we are going to provide or feeding the data. After feeding the data, it is going to take the input. After taking the input, he is going to search inside the KB, and after the searching inside the KB, it is going to be give the result. It is giving the result. So you can consider, or you can say it is just similar or just near to our concept called KBA. This is what KBA. So this is the introduction of a prologue. This is the introduction of prologue. So in this, we have the scenario like this. Is there any doubt? Okay, so we have to write down some, you can say we have to put some information, and we have to put some fact, and after that we can take the things, and we are going to get the fact, or you can say rules from the this system. So here is the one, you can say statement or one fact. Here is the second fact is prepare. One is the prepare, and in the prepare, suppose the person is the Yash, and Yash is preparing for, you can say, gate. Here is the gate. So this is the second, you can say thing, or you can say the second fact we are going to write down into the, you can say our this one. So now we are going to run this one, and here you can see that we are getting one error. We are getting one error. So the error is the singleton variable. It means in this console or in this environment, if any statement or you can say anything that is in the uppercase, that is considered as a variable. If anything inside in this knowledge base in the capital letter, that is considered as the variable. Suppose you can do it like this one and again run this thing. So again you are getting the same you can say error. The error is like, you can say it is a variable. The G is a singleton variable. So such kind of things, or you can say capital letters are things are errors. So you can put like small letters. So this one. Now we are going to run this one and you can simply see that the result is false. Now there is no errors and you can see the result is false. So you can see in the knowledge base, or you can say in the left hand side section, we are always going to write down the things or suppose we are passing such kind of statement. So in that statement, the capital letter words are not allowed. Capital letter words are considered in this Swiss prologue as a variable. The capital letter considered as variable. So in the Swiss prologue, variable is always going to be represented with the capital letters like X, Y, or capital Z. Something like a word is going to be representing variable. So we can go again to that segment and suppose I pass, here is the variable is X. So I wrote like this, likes, and who is going to be like Arun, and Arun likes something called X. So now whenever we are going to run, you can say that the X value is the Python. So Arun likes a variable and that variable is what? Python. That variable value is the Python. So the capital letters is always considered as a variable. So you can see here the yellow colored line, variable appearing only once. So here is the one time. Likewise, suppose I am writing again, here is something called likes, and in the likes, Arun like, you can say WT. Arun likes WT. And again, I'm going to run this one. So this time I will get two values. So here you can see, right now we are getting only one value, X value, that is the Python. I am going to put, click on the next, then I am getting the second value also. I am getting the second value also. The second value is the WT. So now you can see that with the variable, we can get the all the values, whatever the things, or you can say whatever liked by specified, you can say the person or whatever that we have here. So this is a just basic understanding and starting of the things. So here is the one task for all. Here is the one task for all based on just, you can say, just basic discussion. So each and everybody do this one and give the result or show your screen. So the task is simply that the first statement is, suppose here is the have, word is the have, and in that word you can say Yash, and Yash have HP laptop. Yash has HP laptop. Second is you can see Ria having Dell laptop. Ria having Dell laptop. And next, you can say this is first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. The third one is, you can say Parth having Lenovo laptop. So these are the three sentences, and you have to fit your, you can say, with these three sentences into your knowledge base. So this is the three sentences. So you can see that the sentence corresponding this one is the Yash have HP laptop. So for corresponding this one, the sentence is like Yash have HP laptop. So in the knowledge base, what is the you can say sentence in the knowledge base? What is the things for this sentence or statement? We have to represent like this one. We have to represent like this one. So this is going to be in our knowledge representation like having. The word is the having, and in the having, Ria, and Ria has the Dell laptop. Likewise, we have to convert sentences into the such form. Then we can do right. Then we can do some queries. So here is again the second sentence is having, and in the having, you can see the person is the Parth, and the Parth have Lenovo. The Parth have Lenovo. Likewise. So we have to write down such kind of things into our knowledge base, and after writing into the knowledge base, we can query. Okay, okay, Arun, I am pasting. So you can see this is a link for your Swiss Prolog online, you can say platform. So the first sentence is you can simply say we wrote like Yash having the HP laptop likewise, or you can say. So here word is the, instead of like, the word is the have, and who have? Yash have. So here is the person is the Yash, and what he have? HP laptop. HP laptop. Next thing we wrote into the you can say our you can say we wrote is having, and in the having thing, the Ria, or you can say Ria has Dell laptop. Ria has Dell laptop. And last one we had, or you can say we wrote is having, and in the having, the Parth have Lenovo. Parth have Lenovo laptop. So this is the way, in that way we are going to convert our sentences into the, you can say, in declarative sentence format. So suppose I am going to run this one, and I am going to run this one. So here you can simply see that. So it says that like Arun comma X not present, does not present. So in this, you can say knowledge base, we don't have such kind of thing. So instead of, suppose I put like have, and again in the have, you can say that have Arun comma X. So such kind of things are not in our you can say system, so it is giving the result as false. Such is not in our system, so it is giving the result as false. So you can say it is a very logical programming where we have to write down the knowledge base, and after writing the knowledge base, we are going to put the queries, and for that queries we will get the result. We have to put the queries, and for that one we are getting the result. So suppose here is the word is the having, and in the having, this is again There is nothing called having Arun comma something, so it is giving the result as false. Suppose I wrote like Ria, or simply we are going to run this one. You can see that. So Ria has the value as del. So here you can say the first X value is the del and the person Y is the Ria. Likewise, you can say the X value is the Lenovo and the Y person is the part. So likewise, we can convert our sentences into the such declarative sentence, and for that declarative sentence, we can get the values either true, false, or maybe we can get the result. So guys, are you doing something? So Arun is saying that what we have to do. So till now you got ideas about the prologue. It means what is the platform and how to write the plays, what kind of things can be taken, or is there any doubt? I don't think so. There is a doubt. It is a very basic one, or very, you can say, simple, logical kind of thing. So I am giving some sentences. You have to try to, uh, or you can say, suppose we can have like in the chapter 4 we studied the propositional logic, or if you want to consider this one, this is a one proposition, this is the second proposition, and this is the third proposition. These sentences, or you can say the fact, also a proposition. So we already studied that on the proposition we can apply some operations, or you can say we can apply some operator, or that operator can be a connective. The connective can be, you can say, conjunction, disjunction, negation, implies. Likewise operator we can perform. Likewise operator, or likewise things we have on the propositional logic. So suppose I want to take the and between this first one and the second one. Suppose I am going to consider the first one, have Yash have HP laptop is the one proposition, and second proposition I have is Ria having the Dell laptop. This is a second proposition. So suppose I want to take the, you can say, conjunction between these two statements, then we can also do with the is this Swiss prologue. So the conjunction, or you can say the and operation, can be performed by comma. The end is, you can say, we can do end with the comma. So suppose I wrote like here Yash, and in the Yash I put like you can say Dell, and after comma I put like having, and in the having I put like word Yash, and Yash have HP. So this is the, you can say, this is the first proposition, and this is the second proposition. This is the second proposition, and between this one we are going to take the connective called end. We are going to take connective called end. So whenever we are going to run, the result will be, you can say, false, because this is the value is the false, and this value is the, you can say, we don't have anything called false. So false false result is false, false false result is false. Suppose I wrote like here having, and instead of this Yash I am giving the word Ria. I'm giving the word Ria, and in the second section I'm going to write down the have. So Yash has have HP. So the value we will get is the true. Value we will get is the true. The value we will get is the true. So here you can see with the comma we can get the connective, and we can do the AND operation between these two. And suppose I want to perform the OR operation. So the OR operation is performed by the semicolon. The OR operation is performed by the semicolon. So suppose this is the thing. This is the thing. So this is the first proposition and this is the second proposition. And in this two proposition, I am going to take the, you can say, OR operator or connective. So the result will be true. The result will be true. So likewise, it is, you can say, the prologue is the logical programming where maximum we have the knowledge base, and the knowledge base can have the declarative type of sentence. It means we have the value for that one either true or false. Likewise. So it is just in that reference, this is the, you can say, prologue. So Ayush, are you getting some ideas? What is the prologue and how, what is the knowledge base and how to write down the sentence and how to do query? Yes, Ayush, are you getting something or not? Okay, okay, Ayush. So forum, hello forum, hello forum, hello forum, are you getting something or not? Uh, Forum is saying that yes. Parth Bindi, Parth, Parth Bindi, are you getting something or not? Yes, but Devi Kotadia. Okay, okay, guys, enclose under the square bracket. And it has the two component. One component is the head and one component is the tail. So Yash wrote like this, element A are 1 to 10 and n is the input for I in Li if n equals to, okay. Okay, yes, that is the correct. So L list is value like this and input n and for I in Li. Yes, yes, it is correct. Whatever the concept you wrote is, you can say, correct one. Mm. So likewise, you can see we have the two component. One is the head and one is the tail. So in the prologue, or you can say Swiss prologue, you can see the things. So here you can see that I wrote one thing called list. In the right hand side, or you can say in the query session, I wrote like this, XYZ and equals to Riya Devi and forum. In that I wrote like Riya Devi and forum. So the X value, here you can see the X value is uh, the X value is the Riya, Y value is the Devi, and the Z value is the forum. So likewise, we can, you can say, we can write down the list. We can write down the list in the prologue. Suppose I can simply use here X. Suppose I can simply use here X. So here is a you can say there is nothing called. So suppose I can put inside the, you can say, square bracket, then it is correct. So after that you can see the X value is the Riya Devi and forum. So what you want to say, Yash, from 33? So you can see that if we have the one variable, then it is, you can say, this is the entire one variable. And this is the entire one variable, and the variable is the, you can say, list. Suppose I wrote here, you can say another variable y, and then that time I'm going to see that it is going to say that it is a not correct, you can say, assignment of list. It is not a correct assignment of list. So in that case, what we can do, we can simply put the name of Alap. We can put the name of the Alap. So here you can see here that we have the two values. One is the, you can say, X, and the second is the Y. So in the prolog, the list is declared like this, or you can say we can mention list like this. So we can mention list in the prolog like this. So whatever that you can say initialization I put for the list, that is the, you can say, value initialization for the list. It means if I have the two values in the list, that time I have the two variable in that list. If I have the three values in the list, that time I have the three variable for that list. So likewise, we have to write down the thing called you can say, program to check that any value that is in the list or not. That means we have to write down a simple program where we are going to check that if I'm going to enter a number, that number is in the list or not. That number is in the list or not. If the value is in the list, it is automatically saying that true. It is automatically saying that true. In rest of condition, it is saying that false. So we can see here. So I want to write down the things, or you can say I want to take the values, and suppose this is the, you can say, member. So I'm going to use the member, and in this one, I want to see that the value X, is in the list or not. If it is in list, the value is the true. If it is in not list, value is the false. Value is the false. Likewise. So how to write down the program for such kind of things in the prologue? So in the prologue, it is a very, you can say, smaller number of program, or you can say we can simply write down the things. So suppose we already know that we have the two part of list. One is the head and one is the tail. So we have to check into the head part, or we have to check into the tail part. So suppose the list consists values like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to check that the 3 is in our list or not. 3 is in our list or not. So first, it is going to be checked into the head part. So in the head part, so 3 is equals to 1. No, so it is giving the false. It is giving the false. So now we are going to check into the tail part. So in the tail part, values are 2, 3, 4. And in the tell part, we have the head value is the 2. Head value is the 2. So it is going to check that the 2 is equals to 3. So again, the value is the false. So again, it is going to check into the head part of the tell part of the remaining list. So in the tell part of the remaining list, values are 3, 4. So here is the head value is the 3, and it is going to check that 3 is equals to 3. So it is the value is the true. So at the last result given is the true. So in that way, it is going to be uh, in that way it is giving the membership, or you can say that it is give the result that the particular element in the list or not, the particular element in the list or not. So you can simply see the program. So in the program section, we have to check for the membership. So suppose I am taking value as the M, and in the M, I am going to pass one variable that is called X, and I am searching that variable inside the, you can say, head part. I am going to search into the head part. So I am only searching the head. So the X is, you can say the head part is just equals to the, you can, whatever the value I am given, then you can simply see that result is the true. Result is the true. So this is the way to separate head and tail. In that way, we can separate the head and tail. So before this pipe, the value is the head, and after the pipe, the value is the tail. So this is, you can say, syntax to separate the head and tail in the prologue. This is the syntax to separate head and tail in the prologue. So we are searching in the head part. If it is in head part, that it is simply giving the result true. If it is not in the head part, then we have to search into the tail part. So in the tail part, we have to again split. So again in this the tail part, we are giving the variable X. It means we are searching for X. So we are passing that variable X. And this time we are not searching in the head part. This time we are searching into the tail part. So we are going the variable T for the tail. And in that one, we are writing like this one. X, and head part is empty. It means we are not searching in the head part. We are searching in the tail part. So we are mentioning a tail part as a variable, and the variable is the T. If this is the things, then the if. So the if is represented with this one. This if is represented with this one. You can say colon dash. The colon dash is used to represent the if. That time we have to call the M, and in the M we are going to pass the X, the variable, and the tail part. So this is, you can simply see the recursive call type of thing. This is simply recursive call type of thing. So suppose I am passing M, and in the M I am passing the value 3 and comma, and in the list values are 1, 2, 3 or 4. So with that one, we are calling the, or you can say we are passing the query. So you can see the result is the true. The result is the true. So this is a very basic, you can say, smallest 2-line program to test that any value is in the list or not. So after that, only one time this is going to be present into the list. So we are getting value as true one times only. Suppose this is also 3, we will get values as true, 2 times of true. So next time it is also true. After that, you can say that nothing called 3. So likewise, it is going to be run the program, or we can write down the simple thing. So we will continue this thing in our next session also. It means we will study about the list more in our upcoming session also.